Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Now if you're looking for some true wireless headphones that are going to give you great battery life, we're talking about 55 hours with active noise canceling capabilities. In this case, active noise canceling off, but with 34 hours of battery life with active noise canceling on, well, you'll want to check out this video of the Edifier WH950NB. We're going to do an EBPMAN style call quality and an EBPMAN style audio test so that you can see why you want to consider these guys. Great fit, great audio, and packed with technology. Let's go and check them out. Now, before taking a closer look at the Edifiers, let's talk about the specs. 55 hours of battery life, ANC off, 34 hours, ANC on. But if you happen to extinguish that battery, check this out. 10 minutes fast charging is going to give you 7 hours more, so that's pretty spectacular. Intelligent active noise canceling, so it has all this tech that's going to help you eliminate all the noise around you. It does have ambient sound tech too, 4 mics for call quality, 40mm drivers, and it has a music mode, a game mode, and a theme mode, or a theater mode actually, to give you again an immersive experience. Has LDAC and also high-res audio, Bluetooth 5.3, and multi-connections, which means you can use this on your laptop and your phone at the same time, and if you get a phone call, it's going to switch automatically to the phone if you have an incoming call. So let's take a closer look and we'll go into our tests. Now in the box you're going to get your headphones with a nice crush-proof travel case. There's going to be some accessories here, right? So you're going to have some cables, some airline adapters, audio cable, and then also you have a USB-C cable that you're going to be using to charge your headphones. You'll notice that they come folded, so they have this really nice collapsible, I would say, mode that they can be in, which makes them really easy to travel, and they're not going to take up a lot of space. As we open these up, they normally get into what I would consider a standard size headphone, and they have a couple things. First of all, very generous memory foam here, which is going to help, no vicing whatsoever. Very elastic as well, so you can see how that opens right there very nicely. You have the ear cups themselves don't overheat when you have them on your face, and you can see this on for a couple seconds. You have your USB-C, your headphone jack, you have your ANC, volume, power button here integrated, and it has a really nice matte finish. Right, you can see that you have the labeling as well as in place, so you have left and right there. And if I put these on so you can see what this looks like, one of the things I like about them is that they don't really come out too far. So you notice that the gaps right here are really small, right? And let me turn over to the right, and then we'll turn over to the left so you can see what that looks like. So, while they're cans, right, my ears aren't really coming out like my earlobes and things, because they're actually inside of the foam, which I really like. I really get a really nice seal out of these. So what I would say, passive noise canceling is present, and then with the active noise canceling on, it gets even better. It does have transparency mode, right? So you can actually hear what's going on if you enable that through the app, right, or through the button settings. But overall, they feel really good. Now, if we were to talk about the overall audio experience, bass, it's going to be punchy. If you're listening to vocals, immersive, you also have good music separation, so you don't find the bass, mids, and the highs competing with each other. You just get a really nice experience. Now, if I were to describe the audio experience, it would be like if you're in a studio sitting right next to the musician or the artist that is singing. It's not about playing at you, but it's more enveloping you, which is something that I really like. Also the modes themselves, as you're switching through modes, and we're going to see the app in a couple seconds, everything has an audio, I would say, indicator that basically tells you if ambient noise is on, you're going to hear a voice that says ambient noise on. If you turn on the wind mode, if you turn on any of the modes, it's going to speak them out, which is really nice. So there's no like beep once, beep twice. It actually spells things out, and it spells it out in a really nice, pleasant voice.
I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors. They kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with
Alright, so next we're going to do a call quality test of the Edifier's 950NBs in a quiet environment. We'll take a look at our decibel readings. Around 20 to 22 decibels noise. Let's go switch.
This is what the call quality would sound like in a quiet environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Next, we're going to add some wind to the environment. Now, this is what they would sound like with wind in the environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test.
Now we're continuing our test, but this time in a much noisier environment. As we can take a look at our decibel readings, anywhere between 38 and 79 decibels of noise. What we're going to do is we're going to switch to the headphones, stay quiet, and see how much is canceled, and then we'll continue with the audio test. Let's go and switch.
Now, this is what they would sound like in a noisy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now, if you wonder what they sound like with an infant crying in the background, this is what they're going to sound like with an infant crying in the background. Now, if you wonder what they would sound like with a dog barking in the background, well, this is what they sound like with a dog barking in the background. Now, if you're wondering what they would sound like with a doorbell ringing in the background, well, this is what they're going to sound like with a doorbell ringing. All right, guys, so now let's take a look at the app because the app has a lot of cool features. So first of all, you can see here that you have all these different control options. So right now, I have high noise canceling on. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the noise, low noise cancellation. So now let's take a closer look at the app, and there's a lot of features here. So first of all, you'll notice that you have anywhere from high noise canceling, low noise canceling, wind reduction, ambient sound. You can also turn on noise canceling off. This is where you also have the different type of modes that you can go through: classical, dynamic, and you can go into customized mode, and you can hear actually it's going to tell you that it's going into dynamic mode, that it's going into classic mode. You're going to get all these prompts as it's going through it. And when you go into customize, once again, that's going to give you the ability to really create your own audio experience by just changing each one of these settings, which is going to give you a lot of flexibility. I've been using it in the classic mode. You then also have, as you come over here, different music modes, right? So you can go from music, you can go into game mode, you can go into theater mode, and each one is going to deal with either more low latency type or highlighting, again, more of the gaming situation that you're playing in versus the music mode. And then also what you have here on the bottom, actually we'll go into the settings area for a second. You basically have the firmware version. You can notice here that you have some of the LDAC, so you can actually change the LDAC, change your sampling rate. Again, if you want to be able to enjoy those high quality audio settings, keep in mind that as you turn those things on, battery life could suffer. Not significant because this has great battery life, but something just to be aware of. Here you also see where you have your dual device connection, which we really like because you can have a laptop, tablet, and a phone connected. That's going to be really great for you. You can set up a safe volume mode, which I think is really great, especially if you happen to give this to children and you want to make sure that you keep things at a certain level. Shutdown timer, Bluetooth settings, and by the way, this has Bluetooth 5.3, which is great, which means that it's really going to be, it's new enough where you're going to be able to use these with some of the other smartphones that start adopting Bluetooth 5.3, but it's backward compatible too.
So guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.